The end of Spider-Man is a lie, not because Spider-Man doesn't quit, but because this issue proves quitting is always on the table. Amazing Spider-Man number 18 comes right after the Sinister Six annual, and that timing matters because this isn't about villains pushing Spider-Man to his limits. It's about Spider-Man realizing that even when he wins, nothing actually gets easier. This is Marvel asking a dangerous question. What if being Spider-Man just isn't worth it anymore? This issue comes out immediately after the Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 1. Peter Parker just survived multiple villains, all of whom hammered him with physical exhaustion and emotional pressure, and instead of rewarding him, the world tightens. Marvel is establishing a rule early. Winning doesn't reset your life. If the annual was about endurance, issue number 18 is about burnout. This issue promises the end of Spider-Man, and you expect a final battle with a dramatic turning point or some big external threat. And the reality is that there is no final boss and no climactic showdown. Just pressure of school, money, expectations, responsibility. And that's the genius of it. Spider-Man doesn't quit because he loses. He quits because he's tired. The first thing I want to highlight here is Peter's reputation. Spider-Man is still misunderstood. He's blamed for practically all of the flaws of New York City and treated like a problem. This issue shows that heroism doesn't come with social capital. Marvel is making it clear early that being Spider-Man will not fix Peter Parker's life. The second thing is the weight of his responsibilities. Peter isn't wrestling with villains here, he's wrestling with his obligations, his school deadlines, his family stress, the sense that no matter how hard he tries, he's failing something. This is where Spider-Man becomes relatable as opposed to aspirational. And the third thing is him throwing away the suit. This is the quiet moment that defines the issue. Not rage, not despair, just the thought, what if I stop? Because Spider-Man isn't defined by throwing away the suit, he's defined by digging it back out of the trash. At the start of this issue, Peter is already worn down and stretched thin. And by the end, it's no better. He's not triumphant, renewed, or rejuvenated in any way. He's just recommitted. And that distinction matters. Spider-Man doesn't continue because things improve. He continues because quitting feels worse. And that's the emotional engine of the character. This issue sets a pattern of Spider-Man wanting to throw away the suit that Marvel will return to time and time again. And every time, it's never about the villains. It's about his life. And issue number 18 establishes Spider-Man as the hero who keeps choosing responsibility, not because it's noble, but because it's necessary. Because he must. And that's different from almost every other Marvel character. The final verdict, this one is absolutely a must-read. Not for action or spectacle, but for clarity. This issue explains why Spider-Man stories hurt in a way others don't. Because the mask doesn't solve the problem. It is the problem. Issue number 18 doesn't end Spider-Man. It proves why he can never really walk away. So join us next time as we keep working our way through this continuity, and we'll watch how this quiet idea becomes the backbone of a character for decades. We at Story Mode Gaming are not affiliated with Marvel or Disney in any way. We do not own any of the content that is discussed or displayed in this video. Please support the official release.